It has been said, of course, that Meghan Markle's never really forgiven the lacklustre, well, approach, some might suggest, that Prince William, the Prince of Wales, gave her upon entering the British monarchy. According to sources, she tried her very best to be, well, this sort of person that apparently he was going to really like being around. Educated, smart, sassy, beautiful, heart attack beautiful, in fact, was the phrase that apparently she used. She figured that actually the Prince of Wales as he is now, Prince William, well, he was just going to love being around her. Meghan herself, as you know, basically didn't have much time for Catherine, the Princess of Wales, seeing her as a little bit dowdy, plain, and very, very conservative. Meghan had lived, and we only know the half of it, right, Meghan? And the bottom line was there was no way that they were ever going to be really, truly connectable. But moving forward, the story was fascinating because now, when you look at it from this aspect, Meghan clearly is very bitter about the fallout with the planned friendship, of course, with Prince William. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you, chums. Thank you so much for joining me today on a rather chilly moment here in the very heart of London town. But nonetheless, we're still here. Yes, keeping warm, all that sort of stuff. You've just got to make the effort, haven't you? Of course, we're in March, so you have to look positively. Can I thank you, by the way, for all your lovely comments to all of our chums over in Australia. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I've read many of them, and it's very heartwarming, just really nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really sweet. Now, let's get back to this story, because this is fascinating. Remember this picture? That's right, this one, where Meghan, inadvertently very sort of blurry, had a picture of herself in a sweatshirt, very much akin to, of course, the late and beautiful Diana, Princess of Wales. Now, as I've told you many times, I've met Diana on a number of occasions. Lovely lady, but, you know, troubled, to put it mildly. You know, I mean, I'm not quite sure how Diana, to be honest, chums, would have coped with the world of social media. She would have been unable to resist, but also it would have been possibly very much down to her detriment. Many people know that she turned to William, her eldest son, to get through some of the darkest times, putting an immense pressure on him on a daily basis, as you can imagine. But moving forward, I've been told that Meghan, you see, as I've told you before, very much likes to emulate Diana, sees herself as Diana Mark II, and it has been said that Prince Harry sees his wife as some kind of reincarnation. Well, let's not forget, apparently Meghan spoke to Diana after a yoga class. I mean, you couldn't make this ridiculous nonsense up, could you? But of course, she did say herself, and Harry, quoted at this, that when they went, of course, to see Diana's grave in Althorp, that, apparently, she went down to her knees and basically threw her arms around and asked for direction and help and guidance. What an actress. And you have to sort of think, now it's terrible because you're playing on somebody's grief. That's the problem. And that's exactly what Meghan's doing with Prince William. I've been told from a former source that worked with them there that she knows exactly how dressing like his mother triggers things. Now you might say, well, does he see it? Of course William sees this, He sees the daily papers. He knows the news that's going on. They have to check their social media. And this particular post, I was told, was very upsetting, to say the least, because when you think about the Diana picture, it's an iconic picture. I remember those pictures, particularly in the latter part of her life, because she was so prevalent in all of the newspapers, whether it was going to the gym or just simply out for lunch. She had reinvented herself, re-emerged as a confident, beautiful, middle-aged woman. And those are the images, really, let's be honest, that William will have memories of himself, the latter part, not the princess that we remember at the early start. But of course, Meghan says, well, it's something of a tribute, and she wants to be able to keep the memory of Diana alive, not only for the rest of us, who apparently see her as Diana Mark II, but naturally for her husband as well. Which way do you look at it? And do you feel sorry for Prince William? I know where I stand. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.